This is Abnormal Entertainment.
FireFan is the most fun sports app you will ever find. Make prop bets along with the game that you are watching right now for NFL, MLS, and now NBA. Go to abnormalentertainment.com, click on the FireFan banner to get 12 free tokens to start joining in. The app is available for Android and iTunes. You can join the Abnormal Entertainment League, any league you want, play against your friends, play against celebrities, or even play on your own. And when you click through the abnormalentertainment.com FireFan banner, you not only support Abnormal Entertainment and your favorite podcasts, but you find a great way to get in the game with FireFan. Do it now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to lift your glass and raise your spirits with Kevin Moyers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kevin Moyers, and welcome to Raise Your Spirits, episode 239. That's, let's see, 198 more than my age. How's that? That's pretty cool. Yes. Oh man. What a time it is for me. Tomorrow will be the 28th of April. That is, well, I guess it's technically day one of year 11 for me at the post office. That is 10 years now for me at the post office, and God fucking damn it. Yes, I'm getting right out of the barrel with this shit. It's hitting me like a ton of shit, man. It's hitting me like a ton of shit. The last anniversary at the post office was 9 years. I was fairly newly married. Things have changed in a year. Yes. I'm telling you, like, it's amazing to sit and think about where I am as far as that goes and where I need to go next. It's a fascinating thing. But how are you all doing? All right, enough of that, because I can't hear you. You can tell me I can't hear you. So unless you want to pause it and have a conversation with yourself, you're here to listen to me for some reason. So, oh man. Anyway, yeah, it's an odd thing. It's an odd thing as you get older to look at stuff and go, all right, where's this? Where's that? I was watching the new Hot Girls Wanted documentary series. Did a Cinema Head Cheese pod short on it if you want my full review. But like the original documentary, Rashida Jones helped produce it. It was really good. And it was about the current porn industry. And they sort of went off of that. It's about the industry of sex, more or less, with the docuseries. And the second episode is about stuff like Tinder and Bumble and those kind of dating apps. And it showed a guy who lives in Vegas, and he's 40, and he's single, and he's dating women that are, 10, 15 years younger than him, looking at some, even a little bit younger than that, because that's what he's getting on these apps. And it's kind of funny, because he's sort of trying to have that younger douche bro vibe. Like he's got the hair gel going. He has a beard, but it's more hipstery. It's not, like a normal beard. He has, like the hair gel is sort of like this weird, like he wants to look like he's in a boy band who's been around a few years or something, dress shirt, buttoned up, untucked, but the sleeves rolled up a little bit, however you get. I don't know. The whole thing just cracks me up. And I was watching this guy, and there was part of me that was feeling sympathy for him, and then I got to I got to a point where he pulls open a book. He's like kind of having a realization moment, like maybe things should change. And he opens a book and he has all these fucking names of the women he slept with. I get the dude here. I should say, the dude was on like season 6 of Big Brother or something like that. So he's had some fame. So obviously women have thrown themselves at him from that. He's a good-looking guy, and especially season 6 of Big Brother. I mean, it was quite a while back, so he was much younger, and got all kinds of attention that he wasn't used to, and he didn't know what to do with. So it was kind of funny, the whole thing, and it just cracked me up. Anybody who sits down and writes a list of names of people they've had sex with is a fucking maniac. I'm sorry. That is such a weird goddamn thing to me to do. It is so strange. Like, what is it? What is it that you're doing with that? Are you keeping score? Running a tally? Like, well, I've done. Like, are you making a list of like different types of people you've had sex with? Or maybe like you're running through different countries. I don't fucking know. Like different states, whatever you're doing. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. But he had like notes. Well, and then I had a phone conversation with this one. Oh my God. It was so fucking odd to me. And it made me glad I'm not that guy. Let's put it that way. It made me very glad I'm not that guy. Not that I would be upset about having a little bit of fame, but that reality star sort of fame fades. It disappears. Now he throws parties and shit like that in Vegas. He's a party planner for douche parties. Like a pool party planner, I think specifically. So that's what he does. He throws pool parties for clients and shit. Hey, I guess if that's fun for you, go for it. But yeah. But I sit at an interesting spot here. 10 years. It's the longest job I've ever had. And the biggest paycheck I've ever had. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Although, because of route adjustments, I'll take a little bit of a pay cut starting Saturday, which is awesome. Great way to start year 11 with a pay cut. And having my case, place where I sort the mail, pushed into a corner so we can make room for another route. So that's awesome. So I'm not only pushed into a corner, getting a pay cut, starting year 11. Not thrilled, but the good thing is that I have some ideas where to go from here to make my exit, which is fine. And I'm very excited because I'm doing my first Comic-Con for Source Point Press, which has Scorn, the book that I wrote. David Hayes helped with that. And also Rotten Tail, which Dave created, and, I helped him with that. And, of course, that's made into a movie. We've talked about that several times here, which is exciting. But, I'm just waiting for it to be edited at this point, like drooling over that. So that's really cool. But it's the first time I'm doing a convention for Source Point. It's the first time they're coming to Phoenix. And I'll be sitting with Mess Bucket Comics, sharing a table with Dominic from there, who I haven't met, but I've only heard great things about. But he will be staying in my house for the weekend, so not a Casey weekend, so we'll be fine, comfortable. She won't have to, worry about being around somebody new or anything like that. But it's kind of funny because Travis, who runs Source Point, he's like, hey, you know, I was wondering, can Dominic stay with you? I said, sure. Why not? You know, what the hell? But like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about the guy. I don't have any problem with it, honestly. And, I mean, hell, last time I let, and I have talked to him a bit online, so he's not a complete stranger, but, you know, last time I let a stranger stay in my house, he ended up being the co-host of this podcast with me, so, you know, that's how you make friends sometimes in this world, in this strange and different world we live in, which is great, you know, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be behind a table again. It's been a long time for me. And Dave has been all over the place on the East Coast. Source Point has been all over. And Dave's been to a lot of the conventions they've been doing, which is nice. And that's kind of where I'd like to be with these things. Obviously, with a kid schedule, and it's just me here, I can't just take off any old weekend. You know, Dave is lucky enough to have Sandy there, his wife, to help with their niece, and that opens things up for him a lot to be able to travel and do these things. So it's good. I'm glad that Sandy gets it. I mean, you know, this has been Dave before they met, and it will always be. And she completely and totally gets it, and all the craziness that surrounds it. And you know, she joins in now and again. But yeah, it's a great thing that he gets to be a part of so much of this, and I'm going to start doing a lot more of it myself. So it's an exciting thing. It's an exciting thing. Just watch these things grow and grow and grow. So, and also, you know, as I'm writing more, I'm writing my first superhero book, which is interesting because I've had just, and I talked about it last week, just like those holy fuck moments. But as I'm doing this, I'm recording it. Recording audio. I mean, obviously I'm comfortable doing that, but I'm telling the story to my phone so that I can type it up later. And it's really just flowing out of me right now, which is fantastic. And I was really thinking about it. I think what I do is constantly write different versions of me in a way, which, you know, write what you know, I guess, but I feel like I'm just telling bits of my life story over and over in different ways, which is strange. I started to think about the characters for the superhero book. It is, let me see, 4 women, 2 men. That's the team. And I started to realize that, you remember the show Herman's Head? Later remade by Pixar as the movie Inside Out. You know, different elements are, different characters are different parts of your personality and stuff like that. And I realized this whole thing is my Herman's Head. That's exactly what it is. All these characters in this group are just different parts of me. And I started laughing like, holy fuck. And then I realized, oh, I can actually use that idea to focus these characters and their personalities. And it's actually kind of a good thing to shape them. Like, this is this and this part of me, this one is this part and this part of me, and, you know, it's not so bad, honestly, to work that way, because you need to be able to connect to these characters. And I have another book I was writing. I'm going to just say it's the weirdest thing to me. I have to get into this character's brain in order to write this book. Because the whole thing, it's sort of this introspective thing. The guy's sort of remembering important parts of his life. But he is very old. Very old. And I'll just leave it at that. And he's kind of going over things. Going over things because of a specific life event that has happened. And he's sort of walking around in a fog. He's sort of lost and trying to I don't know if he's really trying to put it together quite, but just glazing over everything, like examining it in a way like, wow, I can't believe this is what happened there, and things like that. It's weird, but I'd been trying to get into that character's brain a bit, and I wasn't able to do it for a while. And then the other morning at work, I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking about him, and I got right into it. And because of where this guy is, it brings me down a little bit. And it's almost like hovering on the line of depression with this character. And I know I feel it happening, and I'm like, wow, like getting the physical feelings of depression, but thinking in this character's head, and just building things. And it's really weird that it just pulls me into that. But I get kind of excited about it while it's happening, but not so much that I lose that feeling. And the funny part is, once I'm like done doing what I need to do with that character, working on that guy, then I start getting introspective about my own shit, and it just like kind of stays with me for the day. So it's a dicey thing to get into, but it's kind of weird, and it's kind of a fun thing about writing to me. Just getting into another mindset or another voice, like even specifically in another voice, because I will frequently say dialogue out loud because I want it to sound natural and natural for the character. And sometimes you'll read something and you'll go, nobody'd say that. Who the fuck would say that? And it's a weird thing, right? So when you say it out loud, especially the way I'm writing the superhero book, you can have real dialogue, or, honest sort of text that, is realistic. So it's kind of fun to do it this way. It's a little different for me to write it verbally and then go back later. But I do promise the superhero book will be fun. I'm curious to see what kind of artist I'll end up with there. And then the other one is just going to be one of those things, that's one of those things that makes you think, I hope. I don't know what it'll do for you, but hopefully once I can get it done, it'll be a solid story start to finish. Sorry, another late night recording session for me. And, don't mean to yawn a bit, but that is that. So, yeah, unreal. Whew. What was I going to say? Oh, speaking of comic books, I wanted to let you know, go over to abnormalentertainment.com. On Masterpiece Theater, we're doing a little contest. Handsome Jay over there decided to put together a bracket of comic book movies. And he and Mandy and Mass Blogster and I each put together a list. We ended up with we each submitted 64. ended up with over 100 movies once he, bumped out any that matched and stuff like that, and narrowed it down to, whichever ones we had matched, like say we all four had it, that's in. Obviously there weren't 64 that all four of us had, but anything all four of us had, we're in. And then looking at 3 out of 4 of us, and then 2 out of 4 of us, and so on. And I hate to say it, Zorro the Gay Blade did not make the cut. That would be considered a comic book movie because Zorro was a comic book character first. So his brother, the Gay Blade, which George Hamilton played, actually not a bad movie, kind of fun. Crazy man with a whip instead of a sword. So, I don't know. For what it is, it's a kind of respectfully played gay character, too, which is surprising for that era. I think it was in the early 80s that movie came out. But either way, we did a whole thing there. And we got Frankie G in there. And we hope you guys will participate at Maskerpiece, and it's MASKERPIECE, and we'll have each of the matchups, the 32 matchups, up there for people to vote on. And if you head over to abnormalentertainment.com, look for the May Movie Madness post. And there's a bracket that you can download. It's a PDF. You can either fill in the PDF or print it out and write it in and send it in to Frankie G, and he is going to choose a winning bracket. He has a whole point system set up. I don't know what it is, but the best bracket, as chosen by him, will be the winner of a $100 Amazon gift card. So, can't hurt, it's just a bunch of comic book movies. Which do you think will win in these brackets? And it's not like, okay, Hellboy has to fight the Ninja Turtles. No. It's just like, of these movies, like, which is the better movie? Or, I played kind of strategically with my bracket. Scott Pilgrim got pretty far, and I hate that movie. So, I don't like it at all, and I know I'm in a minority there. I think I want to do a whole head cheese about, like the movies and TV shows I just don't fucking get. Because there are a lot and that are very successful. Like 2.5 Men, what the fuck? Any of that CBS comedy shit that's going on right now, the Big Bang Theory, God fucking damn it, is that garbage. That is pure fucking garbage. That Sheldon kid sucks. He is one of the worst characters I've ever seen in television. That kid cannot act, or he's just a shitty character, because it's garbage. Bazinga, go fuck yourself. That's what I have to say to Bazinga. So, yeah, but there's a lot of shit like that. I don't like Game of Thrones. I don't like The Matrix. I refuse to see, what the fuck is the one with the blue shit, that James Cameron made. The one that's like everybody says like Fern Gully in real life. Avatar. I won't see that. I read the description of it. I thought it was the dumbest fucking thing I'd ever heard of. So, and it looks stupid to me. It just looks stupid to me. So I won't see it ever. I won't bother. Not for me. So, yeah. That's just it. But, it's a fun thing. I already did my bracket. So, if you must know, Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe, will top it off. So, and we're not including part 2 in the bracket, of course, because, that's not out for a week yet. And I'm so fucking excited about that. Kid and I are already, like, planning it out. We might go twice that first weekend, to be honest. So, yeah. Unreal. But, anyway, go check that out. I mean, it's $100 on Amazon. Why not? Right? $100. You can do a lot with that. I don't know what you would do, but, hopefully it's all, dildos and ramen noodles. Right? That's what everybody wants these days. I don't fucking know. I think I have a show title. Just to see if iTunes will censor it. They'll censor dildos. I hope they don't. But, fancy N *** A day is censored, so. Oh, God. Yeah. But, I don't know. Where was I? What was I talking about? Doing things. I don't know. I'll tell you a silly story from today. And I won't keep you long because I don't have a ton to talk about. But, I like to get on and keep up with you guys. I went to make dinner today, and part of that dinner was green beans, because apparently yesterday Casey's mom made some macaroni and cheese and some green beans, one of the vegetables that Casey will eat. She's not real hefty on the vegetables, but she likes specific things. Eat all foods right now. She's kind of picky. Reminds me of my sister when we were kids. But so she let her eat in her room and watch TV. And she asked her, "Did you eat all your green beans?" And Casey said, "Yes." She did. She's like, "All right." She didn't look. She just asked her from the other room. I mean, it's what you do, right? And she's getting ready for bed, and Casey takes an eternity to eat her dinner. I mean, a fucking hour, easily, to eat her food. I'm not even kidding you. I have to constantly eat in the morning. She's just having a fucking bagel, just so she hurries up. So, dinner time, just sit, and we're watching shows and whatever. She admitted to her mom that she lied about the green beans. She did not eat all her green beans. And it was too late to punish her. It was almost bedtime. So, I got the task of punishing. I was like, that's fine. I got it covered. I was, and I did tell her this when I picked her up from school, I was proud of her for admitting that she lied. I was like, okay. I mean, yeah, she lied in the first place. I'm not proud of that, but I was thankful that she admitted it. Like, okay, well, that's something. Like, because you felt bad for lying? She said, yes. I said, okay. And so I made sure we had green beans in the house to do again. And, Casey's we rearranged her room, so she's been cleaning it in chunks, kind of. Because we, tore it apart to rearrange everything. She has a big, a loft bed that has like a bookshelf and a desk as the legs, I guess you could say. But, she had this big kind of mess on her floor, just a little area on her floor. It was just a pile of stuff. I'm like, all right, that's the next thing I want you to clean up today. Get that mess taken care of. So she did. And I go to make dinner. And I said, do you want regular mac and cheese or the white cheddar? I got that Annie's stuff. And she's like, the white cheddar. And I'm looking at a cabinet. I'm like, didn't we buy white cheddar? Because she was shopping with me last time. She's like, yeah. And I said, what the hell? How do I not have it? I can't find it. She's like, oh, it's in my room. And I'm like, what? What do you mean it's in your room? Why is it in your room? She's like, oh, there's a bag in my room for some reason. So she uncovered this in her clearing of the pile. And sure as fuck, I go in there, and there's a bag from the grocery store with the 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese and 1 red bell pepper that I was looking for 2 days ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I was going crazy. I thought maybe the pepper fell out in the shopping cart when I was loading up the car. I didn't know what the hell happened to it. I'm like, I know I bought a pepper. I know I bought a red pepper. I found a nice one, too. I found it. And it's fine still. It's like a little wrinkly on one side. But I'm like, fuck this. I'm putting it in the fridge and I'm eating it. So, yeah, the kid, I had handed her a bag to carry into the house. This is Friday. already, and now, as I record, it's Wednesday, early Thursday, and so I'm just like, almost a fucking week this shit sat in a room under that pile. So, yeah, unreal. If I didn't have her clean out that pile, there'd be a rancid pepper sitting in there a week from now, I guarantee it. Fucking kids, man. So ridiculous. But, I don't know. I was looking at this article a little bit because the NFL draft is starting. It's in Philadelphia, outside, in the spring. Brilliant move. I hope it rains the entire goddamn time. Because the draft is super boring to me, the whole thing. I know Tony Hughes, our own sportsman, he'll be watching. He's into it that much. I can't do it, man. I'll just okay, who did the Bears get? Who did the Cardinals get when it's done? Like at the end of the first day, I'll go, who'd they get? Okay, well, they needed that position, and or they didn't need. Why did they get another one of those or whatever? That's what I'll look at, and that's fine because I don't know who the fuck these college kids are. I have no clue. Oh, he's really good. He's really good. I don't know. We don't know until they get there. Some of the draft picks are complete and total busts, and they're ridiculous. So, Ryan Leaf is the big one that people always cite. But there is an article that was on MSN Sports, and it's the worst draft pick for every team since 2000. And I kind of wanted to zing through this really quick, seeing it as it is draft time, and I am excited for football to start, even though it's 4 months from now. So, and I gotta laugh because the very first one is a player that I've watched here in Arizona, and that is Matt Leinart, the quarterback of the Cardinals. They drafted him number one, I guess. Was it? Oh, no, he was supposed to be the number one. He was their number one pick. And he was 10th overall and ended up getting beat out by Kurt Warner, who, of course, then took the Cardinals to a Super Bowl, almost to a second one before New Orleans beat him and ended Warner's career and went on to win the Super Bowl themselves. And Leinart just kind of bounced around after that. And he sucked. He stayed here for a little while and competed for the job and could not fucking do shit. He couldn't do a goddamn thing. He was so terrible. He's like, or maybe now I'll get my shot. I mean, he got to start for 2 years. Such a mess. But I'm looking at some of these things. Ravens, Mark Clayton, the wide receiver. I didn't think he was all that bad, but his stats don't show much good. Oh, man, Buffalo, E.J. Manuel. And this is since 2000, recent history. That has not worked out. I don't know what the hell happened in Buffalo, but after, the 4 straight Super Bowls, they have been in nightmarish hell since then, especially a quarterback, man. Oh, my God. I mean, yeah, you had Flutie, you had Drew Bledsoe at the tail end of his career after, he got beat out by Tom Brady, but oh, my God, this E.J. Manuel mess. Tyrod Taylor, he sucks, too. Another quarterback, Jimmy Clausen, for the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure they're going to hit on a lot of quarterbacks. That was horrible. I don't even know if he got traded or what happened. Let's see. Got drafted in 2010 by Carolina. Started 10 games, went 1-9, and helped the Panthers get the number 1 overall pick to get his replacement, Cam Newton. Oh, God. Did not earn a roster spot in 2016. There you go. So he's done. Let's see, David Terrell, wide receiver for the Bears. Barely memorable, that guy, 2001. Barely memorable. Let's see. Courtney Brown for Cleveland. Don't remember him at all. Felix Jones, remember him for the Cowboys. He was a complete and total disaster, and I think he bounced around a little bit too. Let's see. Oh. This one, I don't know. 2002, first ever draft pick for the Texans, and it was David Carr. Now, of course, his brother Derek is doing really well with the Raiders, but, man, I don't know. 75 games he started in 5 seasons, went 22-53, but and then spent 6 more seasons as an NFL backup, and I don't remember where he went after that. I do remember him bounce around a little bit too, but I don't know. I don't think that's fair to blame him for that mess because that team has never had anything worthwhile on offense. They just can't seem to put that together. Defense are fine, but man. That's a tough one because his brother's doing great right now. But, then again, you have Aaron Rodgers and his brother who's just knocking around in the fucking Bachelor and shit-talking Aaron and his now ex-girlfriend. So, we got Blaine Gabbert for Jacksonville, who's now, I don't even think, he didn't even make it in the 49ers organization this year. He got cut. Let's see, man. Some of these are like, what the fuck? Who are these people? Christian Ponder, another quarterback. I ponder why they drafted his ass. Yeah. He was not ever good for Minnesota. Let's see. We have to have another good one. Oh, this one has to take the fucking cake for quarterbacks. Jamarcus Russell. My God, if you are a Raiders fan, you are a long way from where you were just a few years ago. 2007, they drafted this fool. He could throw, but he had a good bowl game performance, and of course Al Davis in his later years made some weird, crazy decisions. So I remember Russell, after one season, coming back like he looked 200 pounds heavier. That guy was a complete and total train wreck. Some of Craig Davis, I know that name for San Diego. I thought Ryan Leaf, but that's older than that. Josh Freeman for Tampa, I don't think that was a terrible move at all. I think that guy was better than they gave him credit for, but he's done now. He was backup for the Bears for a little bit. He was in Washington. Quarterbacks, Jake Locker. That poor bastard didn't do so well, got replaced by Mariota. Here's one that kind of messes with me a little bit. Because, and it's the last one on the list, RG3. This guy made the Pro Bowl in his rookie season, got to the playoffs. Let's see, his pass rating here, 102.4. That's amazing. But he had a terrible knee injury in the playoffs. I remember that. And it fucked with him. And he lost 75% of his games after that. And he ended up in Cleveland, and that was it, man. That's it. I don't think he's anywhere right now, and that's a shame because it was Andrew Luck. Everybody sucked for Luck, so man, the Rams traded up to, Washington traded with the Rams, traded up to get him. and he should still be a star. But, he was better than Luck in the rookie year, if you remember. And this poor bastard, man. It's funny, you see all these guys, like talented guys like Cutler, Jay Cutler's out there, Colin Kaepernick, like guys that, Cutler was in an NFC championship game. He lost it, but, he did win one playoff game to get there. But, Kaepernick was in a Super Bowl, and nobody wants these guys. Nobody wants these guys. Honestly, if the Cardinals cut Carson Palmer, he's a guy that he'd disappear. If they found some, hot rookie quarterback and wanted to ditch him, they could. But, and nobody pick him up. I bet you. All these people, man, they're just floating around. Like, and it's not just quarterbacks. Like, all these players, it must be weird as shit. Like, 1 minute, you are the best. Another minute, you suck. So, that's why I'm going to stick to writing. Because, that always stays good. Oh, man. Well, whatever your team is, I hope they do well. If your team is the Cardinals or the Bears, if it's something else, if it's the Seahawks, the Patriots, the Packers, the Steelers, definitely hate the Steelers. I hope your team chooses poorly and sucks for the entire season. So that's what you get from me. But I do appreciate you listening, as always. You guys really are the best. And I don't know. I'm still working on the videos. I have 9 of them shot. I'm trying to kind of just set up the visuals to it. So, setting up a little intro and how I want it to look and stuff like that. So I'm kind of playing around with the editing before I start putting them up. But it's a beer review essentially with a little pairing, a movie or TV pairing, what to watch while you enjoy your beverage, and that kind of thing. So it's fun. It's fun. I show off some of my weird glass collection. I got a little tiny, it's about the size you get in a flight, but a little Guinness glass, and it says, the brewers of Guinness are 3 beers strong, and it shows Guinness, Harp, and Smithwick's on the other side of it, which is cool, a little kind of red, black, and yellow pints to go with those, which I like. I really dug this. 69 cents. Goodwill, thank you very much. And I didn't know what to do with it, so I saw it. I'm like, it's too good to pass up. I'm going to put a candle in it. So, and it's perfect. It actually looks really cool with the flame behind it. So, there you go. I think that'll be my picture for the day, for Raise Your Spirits. So, why not? Why not? But, anyhow, head to abnormalentertainment.com, please. Check out all of the shows. Don't forget, fill in your bracket for Masterpiece. Do that right away and send it in. The email link is in the post. You download the PDF from the post and all that stuff. So get it. Listen to the little mini episode we did about it so you know what's going on. And have fun with it. Follow the Twitter page there, Masterpiece Twitter. And I will do my best to retweet those on the other Twitter accounts, Abnormal Podcast and RYS Podcast and my own Kevin Moyers. So hopefully you guys do that and have some fun. And other than that, I have nothing else for you. But I don't know. I was thinking, do I have something else? I don't. So, I will see you next week. Thank you again. And as always, and I will put a song in the end this time, because I didn't last week, because I didn't feel like it. But as always, cheers.
Ramen noodle soup, ramen noodle soup. Yeah, I save a lot of money with my ramen noodle soup. Ramen noodle soup, start boiling. I gave my girl some noodles so she can have that abortion. Cause I ain't ready for no kid. I'm in love with spaghetti. Holy shit. I crush it up nice, so it could last longer. It's like sex when it boil in that water. Chicken flavor, beef flavor, shrimp flavor, and that cat flavor. Less than 200 calories, I'm losing weight. I put that ketchup in that hot sauce and I'm eating great. I got that ramen noodle soup for the low. This like a nickel bag, I gotta smoke it solo. Wash your face off with spaghetti. I'm ready to eat my meal, mother. Trust me, I'm ready. Yo, I gang bang for the noodles. I'm still a chain for them noodles. Come on, dog, eat with a tool. Ramen noodle soup, ramen noodle soup. Yeah, I save a lot of money with my ramen noodle soup. Ramen noodle soup, ramen noodle soup. Only take 5 minutes to make my ramen noodle soup. Ramen noodle soup, ramen noodle soup. Yeah, I save a lot of money with my ramen noodle soup. Ramen noodle soup, ramen noodle soup. Only take 5 minutes to make my ramen noodle soup. Listen up, I've been struggling all my life, and I'ma eat them ramen noodles till I die.
Subscribe to Raise Your Spirits on iTunes, Stitcher, and at abnormalentertainment.com/Raise Your Spirits. Find Raise Your Spirits and Kevin Moyers on Facebook. Tweet at RYS Podcast and at Kevin Moyers. Email the show, ryspodcast@gmail.com. And for more podcasts, comics, books, movies, and more, head to abnormalentertainment.com.
You've been listening to the Abnormal Entertainment Network.
There is nothing like watching a movie on the big screen, and with Movie Pass, you can see unlimited movies every month from Abnormal Entertainment. Head to abnormalentertainment.com and click on the Movie Pass banner to get your first month free. And after that, it's only $30 a month to see unlimited movies, even on opening day. Go as many times as you want. Have a blast with Movie Pass and abnormalentertainment.com. Don't have time to grocery shop? Let Shipt do it for you. Shipt lets you put in your order and brings your groceries to your door in as little as an hour. All you have to do is sign up at shipt.com and enter the membership code ABNORMAL, and you'll get $10 in free groceries on your first order. Save time, get what you need, and leave the shopping to Shipt.